Hello everyone. Today, we're reflecting on one of the deepest questions in linguistics. Does the language we speak just describe our reality or does it actually shape the way we think about it? We'll explore some more theories that tackle this fascinating connection between language and culture. The core of this debate is the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis, also called linguistic relativity. It has two main parts. Linguistic determinism, the strong form. This radical idea suggests your language determines or limits your thought. If your language lacks of a word for something, you can't truly understand it. Most researchers today find this idea too extreme and generally unsupported. And linguistic relativity, the weak form. This is the more accepted view. It says language influences how we perceive and think. It doesn't prevent us from understanding anything, but it makes certain concepts easier or more natural to process based on our language's structure. A great example is the basic color nomenclature theory. Researchers look at how different cultures name colors. They found that while languages vary widely in the number of color words, there's a predictable universal order in which basic colors like black, white, and red are adopted. This suggests that while language influences how we categorize colors, our basic perception of color has a biological universal foundation, pushing back against strong determinism of worth. Universalism versus cultural determinism. To fully understand linguistic relativism, we need to compare it to opposing views. Universalism. This perspective argues that all human thought is based on the same innate cognitive structures, a universal code or a grammar that exists before and independently of any specific language. Our thoughts are fundamentally similar across the globe. Language is just the tool we use to express them. Cultural determinism. This is a broader idea suggesting that all human behavior, belief, system, and values are determined by the culture we grow up in, primarily through socialization and learning rather than strictly through the structure of our language. Linguistic relativism sits in the middle. It acknowledges the role of culture, but argues that language is the main vehicle through which culture applies its influence on our thinking. It accepts that thought is fundamentally universal but contends that language differences still create distinct habitual ways of approaching and navigating reality.